Welcome to Retro Torque, where classic dreams live on. If you're a fan of vintage power, hit that subscribe button and buckle up, because these are the 12 most expensive American cars of the 1950s. And number one will leave your jaw on the floor. Start your countdown strong with this timeless symbol of American luxury. Number 12, the 1956 Continental Mark II. A car so elegant, it wasn't just expensive, it was exclusive by design. Priced at over $10,000 back in the 1950s, that's more than a Rolls-Royce at the time. This wasn't just Lincoln's top-tier offering, it was practically presidential. And in fact, President Eisenhower, Elvis Presley, and Frank Sinatra all owned one. Because this wasn't about flashy fins or over-the-top design, the Mark II oozed understated power and old money class. Every detail was handcrafted, from the paint finish to the stitched leather interior. It was built under the newly revived Continental division, separate from Lincoln, just to show the world that America could build a luxury car as refined as anything Europe had to offer. Today, the Mark II is a collector's dream, fetching hundreds of thousands at auction. It's the perfect way to start our countdown, because it proves that the 1950s weren't just about bold design, they were about bold ambition. Number 11, the 1952 Cunningham C3 The Denali Coupe, a car so rare, most people have never even heard of it. But real collectors, they know this name carries serious weight. Built by American sportsman Briggs Cunningham, the C3 was a wild fusion of American muscle and Italian artistry. Under the hood, a 5.4-liter Chrysler Hemi V8. On the outside, a handcrafted Italian body by legendary coach builder Denali. Only 25 coupes were ever made, making it one of the rarest luxury performance cars of the decade. The goal? To make an American car good enough for Le Mans, but stylish enough for the streets of Monaco. Today, if you can even find one, it'll cost you well over $1 million. It's not just a car, it's a rolling art piece with a racing pedigree and a design so sleek it still turns heads 70+ years later. This car didn't just blur the line between racing and luxury, it erased it. We're entering the top 10 most expensive American cars of the 1950s. And from this point on, things get wild. These aren't just rare, they're the crown jewels of America's golden era, hand-built, coach-designed, once lost to time, now selling for millions. And number 7? It's a concept car, so futuristic, collectors thought it was science fiction. Trust me, you'll want to see it, because what happens from here will blow your mind. Hit that like button, subscribe to Retro Torque, and let's count down the rides that define pure vintage luxury. Number 10, the 1957 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham. This wasn't just a car, it was Cadillac's answer to Rolls-Royce, Mercedes, and any luxury badge that dared to challenge American dominance. Hand-built, ultra-limited, and dripping in mid-century opulence, the Eldorado Brougham cost an eye-watering $13,074 when new. That was more than a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud in the same year. What did you get for that price? Suicide doors, stainless steel roof, memory seats, air suspension, power everything, perfume atomizers in the glove box, even magnetic shot glasses came standard. Only 400 units were made in 1957, and surviving models are now auctioning for up to $300,000 plus, depending on originality and condition. More than a car, this was a rolling statement, a symbol of American swagger at its boldest. And even today, 60+ years later, it still turns heads faster than most supercars. The 1957 Eldorado Brougham wasn't just a Cadillac, it was the Cadillac of Cadillacs. Number 9, the 1956 Chrysler Diablo Concept. With a name like Diablo, you know this car wasn't designed to play it safe, and it didn't. Sculpted by legendary Italian designer Virgil Exner, the Diablo was a one-off dream machine built by Ghia in Italy, combining Detroit muscle with European artistry. Its body? A rolling sculpture of sweeping fins, low-slung curves, and jet-age influence. Under the hood? A 392 Hemi V8 with 375 horsepower. In 1956, This car was never mass-produced. It was Chrysler's bold vision of the future, shown off at auto shows to wow the public. And it worked. The Diablo vanished into private hands for decades, until it resurfaced at Barrett-Jackson in 2013 and sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. That's not just rare, that's legendary. Even today, collectors call it one of the most beautiful American concept cars ever made. It wasn't just ahead of its time, it still feels like it's from the future. Number 7 is the kind of car that looked like it belonged on the moon, not the streets of 1950s America. It was futuristic, bold, and so expensive, even Hollywood elites gasped. And today, its price tag would make even Elon Musk blink twice. Stick around, you've probably never seen this one before. Number 8. The 1953 Buick Skylark convertible. This wasn't just a car. It was Buick's 50th birthday present to itself and to America. The Skylark was a statement, elegant, powerful, and dripping in chrome. Buick took their top-tier Roadmaster and hand-built it into something extraordinary. Only 1,690 units were produced in 1953, each one fitted with a 322 cubic inch nailhead V8, wire wheels, and every luxury Buick had to offer at the time. It had power steering, power windows, a power convertible top, all standard in the early 50s. At launch, it cost more than a Cadillac Series 62, over $5,000 when a house cost half that. And now, a pristine 53 Skylark sold recently for over $1.2 million at auction. Why? Because it's one of the most collectible Buicks of all time. Its Art Deco styling, bold grille, and luxurious presence made it a rolling symbol of post-war American confidence. This wasn't just a convertible, it was a celebration on wheels. Number 7. The 1954 Oldsmobile F88 concept car. This car was never meant for the streets. It was a dream, built by GM to showcase what the future of performance could look like. Sleek, sculpted, and dripping with gold and flair, the F88 looked like a Corvette, and a jet fighter had a baby. It shared DNA with the Corvette, but with an Oldsmobile Rocket V8 under the hood, delivering serious power for the time. Inside, pure 1950s luxury. Leather buckets, chrome detailed dash, and a wraparound windshield that made it feel like a cockpit. Only one original F88 is known to survive, and when it went to auction in 2005, it shattered records, selling for a jaw-dropping $3.24 million. Think about that, for a car that was never even meant to be sold. Today, it sits in a custom-built glass vault at the Gateway, Colorado Auto Museum, more art than automobile. This wasn't just a concept, it was a golden age fantasy on 4 wheels. Before revealing number 6, build anticipation for top 5. And just wait, the top 5 on this list, they will absolutely blow your mind. We're talking about million-dollar monsters, secret prototypes, and one forgotten car that just sold for the price of a private island. You do not want to miss what's coming next, trust me. If you're loving this deep dive into America's most expensive automotive legends, give this video a like, subscribe to Retro Torque, and let's head into the top 5, the real showstoppers. Number 6, the 1955 Ford Thunderbird. When Chevrolet dropped the Corvette in '53, Ford didn't just answer, it fired back with style. Enter the Thunderbird, Ford's answer to European roadsters and American muscle all wrapped in one seductive package. Unlike the raw performance of the Corvette, the Thunderbird offered personal luxury, smooth ride, elegant design, and all the creature comforts with just enough bite under the hood. A 292 cubic inch V8 powered the first-gen T-Bird, paired with optional power seats, power windows, and even a signal-seeking radio. It wasn't just a car, it was a statement of class, cruising through the heart of the American dream. Only 16,000 Thunderbirds were made that first year, and today, collectors will pay over $200,000 for pristine models with rare options. The 55 T-Bird's iconic egg crate grille, round taillights, and removable porthole hardtop made it an instant classic. In many ways, it redefined what Americans expected from a sports car. luxury, performance, and unforgettable design. And now, almost 70 years later, it's still one of the most beloved 1950s icons on the road. Number 5, the 1957 Chevrolet Corvette Fuelie wasn't just a sports car, it was a revolution on wheels. In the post-war boom, America wanted speed, style, and innovation, and Chevy delivered all three in one wicked little package. What made this Corvette truly special was its fuel-injected 283 V8, the first production engine to make 1 horsepower per cubic inch. That might not sound like much now, but in 1957, that was rocket science. The Fuelie could hit 0 to 60 in under 6 seconds, making it one of the fastest American cars of its time. And it looked like it belonged on a racetrack and a red carpet. Only around 1,000 were built with fuel injection that year, and today, collectors will drop over $250,000 for a clean, matching numbers example. It's more than just a Corvette. It's the moment America told the world, yeah, we can build sports cars too, and the world listened. Number 4 isn't just rare, it's practically mythical. The 1953 Cadillac Series 62 by Ghia wasn't your average Caddy. This was a one-off Italian-American masterpiece, hand-built by the legendary Ghia coach builders of Turin. Take a classic American luxury car, ship it to Italy, and let Ghia sculpt it into something out of a Hollywood dream. This car was custom-built for a wealthy shipping tycoon and oozed elegance from every curve, with hand-shaped panels, sleek European lines, and enough chrome to light up an entire boulevard. Under the hood, a 210 horsepower V8 that floated the car down the road like a yacht. But let's be honest, this machine was less about speed and more about presence. Only one was ever made, just one. And today, it's valued at over $1.5 million if you can even find it. It's the kind of car you don't drive, you arrive in. The Cadillac Ghia wasn't just a car, it was rolling royalty. All right, buckle up because number 3 will absolutely blow your mind. The 1954 Packard Panther convertible was Packard's last bold roar before the fall, and it was a beast wrapped in beauty. This wasn't just another concept car, it was a declaration of war on Cadillac and Lincoln. With a supercharged 327 V8, fiberglass body, and jet-age curves, the Panther looked like it had rolled off a sci-fi movie set. The wraparound windshield, shark fin tail lamps, and ultra-low stance made it feel 20 years ahead of its time. But here's the kicker. Only 4 were ever built, and today, the last surviving Panther sold for over $800,000, and that's on a good day. This wasn't just a car, it was Packard's final swing at immortality, and for a brief, glorious moment, we're the monster as we Opie Don there. The Panther showed us a future we never got to see. Now at number 2, we enter the world of pure automotive fantasy. Meet the 1955 Lincoln Indianapolis Bono Coupe, a car so wild it looked like it drove straight out of a Jetsons dream and onto a luxury runway. This wasn't built by Ford. It was designed by Felice Bono, one of Italy's greatest coach builders, and it was Lincoln like you've never seen before. From the flaming orange paint to the sculpted tail fins and bullet nose, this car screamed, "Look at me," and people did. Even today, it's still impossible to ignore. The Indianapolis Bono wasn't built for roads, it was built for shock and awe. Just one was ever made, and it was recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.5 million. But here's what makes it legendary. It wasn't just a car, it was a message that American muscle and European elegance could collide and create something utterly unforgettable. And now, only one car remains, and it's the most expensive, the most iconic, the most mind-blowing of them all. Stay with us because number 1 is worth every second. And here it is, number 1. The 1956 GM Firebird 2 XP21 Concept. A car so far ahead of its time, even today it feels like science fiction. Picture this, a sleek titanium body shaped like a fighter jet, a bubble canopy cockpit, and, get this, a gas turbine engine roaring under the hood. That's right, this wasn't your grandpa's V8. This thing ran on jet power. GM didn't just build the Firebird 2 to turn heads. They built it as part of a vision for a futuristic highway system where cars could drive themselves using electronic guidance. We're talking self-driving dreams in the 1950s. Inside, passengers sat in luxury under a panoramic dome, surrounded by cutting-edge tech that wouldn't appear in regular cars for decades. Only one Firebird 2 exists, making it priceless in the collector world. But its true value isn't in money. It's in the way it showed the world that the future had no limits. This wasn't just a car. It was a time machine, a jet, and a glimpse into tomorrow, all rolled into one. If that doesn't blow your mind, nothing will. If you're obsessed with chrome, fins, and forgotten legends, you're in the right place. Smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because here at Retro Torque, we bring the most iconic, insane, and expensive cars from the 1950s back to life. From concept cars that never made it to classics now worth millions, we cover it all. Drop a comment with your favorite ride, hit like, and don't forget to share this with another vintage car lover. This is Retro Torque, where the golden age of American cars lives on. And trust me, what's coming next will blow your mind.